Let's go to stock picks. Jean-Pierre, what's your pick for this evening?
My stock pick is a US-listed company that reported a couple of hours ago. PayPal, they're a payment networks provider, an alternative to other payment networks, you can say like Visa and MasterCard, but also an alternative to other payment methods. If you think about, you buy something online, how do you pay? Is it Visa? Is it MasterCard? These days, there's a long list of buttons or options, and PayPal is quite often one of them, especially in the US. They also have Venmo, which is a person-to-person payment network, very popular in the US as well. And the share price actually dropped 5% when they came out with quarterly results a few hours ago, mainly because the revenue growth was below expectations.
Yeah.
But the profit growth was strong. So single-digit revenue growth, double-digit profit growth. And people were concerned about the revenue growth being low, but PayPal have said they're focusing on profitable growth now. So in my mind, one should expect that the revenue growth will be pedestrian for a couple of quarters, while the profit growth should continue to be double digits. And because they are focusing on more profitable business, I think it's the right thing to do. And it means that the business is not too expensive at roughly a 20 times price to earnings ratio, decent double-digit profit growth per share. So I like PayPal as another network payment provider that is at least maintaining market share, in a few pockets even gaining market share against the competitors.
Yeah, and as we move away from, we'll move towards, I suppose, a more cashless society, which is definitely the trend. Rikus, your stock pick for this evening?
Talking about a cashless society, possibly wait for results due in a few days, but it's Pepkor Holdings. You mentioned earlier that the market has memories, and the memory surrounding Pepkor Steinhoff, obviously, that's out of the way. You might think that Pepkor is a fairly boring cash business, but they are changing that, and I'm always looking for new growth vectors for a company. The first change is they move into credit retail, which they are doing very well. Last set of results, margins were up, turnover was up, always great. The movement into credit retail, that's another vector. They move into Brazil, which is doing very well as far as I can see, into that growing consumer market. And of course, their fintech business, whether it be their short-term insurance or renting out cell phones, another growth vector. So it's changed from, I think, a fairly straightforward cash retail into something much more. And when compared to the likes of Mr. Price, Truist, Machines, and even appliance, type of business like New World, I think it offers value at current prices.
Yeah, and that flash business hidden within it is an absolute gem of a business. That's all for tonight's Stock Watch. Thanks to our guests, Jean-Pierre Verster from Protea Capital Management, going with PayPal, Rikus Rieders from PSG Holding One, Ramsey, he went with Pepkor. Up next, the close. Stay tuned.